We're going to have a quick look at this Tommee Tippee groclock just to see if this will be useful. The idea behind this is you can set the time correctly and set the sleep time, which turns it blue. As you can see, the lovely owl is asleep. And then when it's time to wake up, the owl will wake up itself, give you some hearts, and that will also indicate that your child can leave their bedroom and come and wake you up. So we're hoping that this could be quite useful just to stop our children from waking up too early. So when they see the yellow, they know it's definitely time to wake up. But if they still see blue when they wake up, they know the owl's still asleep and they should still be asleep. And you can even have the time down here as well, so it could potentially help with telling the time as well for morning and evening. So let's get it open and see how it works. Now there's a couple of weird things I can already see with this. It needs to be plugged into the mains, which is a bit of a shame. I would have preferred for this to be battery operated. But let's open and have a look. Where's the instructions and where's the cable? Oh, there we go. So they supply a USB-A and then I suppose it's proprietary connection at the phone end. So unfortunately there's no option for batteries on this one. And here it is. So it's fairly large. It's quite a large clock. Quite light. But there's no provision for batteries, which I think is a real shame actually, because that would have been quite cool to have this as something you can move around if you need to. And of course my concern is how easy is it going to be to change the settings, should there be fiddling fingers, and also how long does it keep the settings for, should you have it unplugged by accident. So there it is, there's our main screen, and we've got these 3 buttons, and you have to do all of the settings for the clock and the timing and the brightness all through those. So I think it's a bit of a mission to set up as well from what I've read on the instructions. Here's our instructions. Okay, so it doesn't seem too many pages. So that's the kind of idea behind this. Nighttime mode, daytime. Oh, you got a nap mode as well. And there's our settings, and here's setting all the time, so I'll have to digest this, but I want to power it on and see what it looks like. Okay, some FAQs. So this answers one question: should the power be taken off? So should someone unplug it? It should hold the time for, well, it says a few minutes. No, it says a few seconds. However, the power was set off for 3 hours. Okay, so we'll test that. We'll see how long the inbuilt system holds the time for. Okay, so I've plugged it in using a battery bank rather than the mains on this occasion. So that is something you could do. Although I don't know if you want to leave that in your child's room just to have it as a portable system. But there we go, that's how it looks. So this is just the first screen. And setting the current time, which I guess is the most important. Scroll down on the down arrow 3 times till it's showing the settings menu. So you get your 5 small flashing icons. Then you need to press the enter button and the clock will start to flash. Press enter again to go into the clock. And here is our time, so it's currently on AM. So let's set this for the correct time. Okay, so it's just going around at the moment, so it's not going to PM, so fair enough. So let's set that to 1. This is where you do your AM and PM. Let's have a look. So it's 21. There we go. So you got your PM as a separate entity there. Right, so that's that one. And on will appear. What does that mean? Oh, I see. This is the digital clock. Do you want it on or off? So I'm just choosing the different options on the up and down arrows. So I'll have that on. And then let's set the wake up time. So for this, we're going to pretend that there's a wake up in the morning. But for this, we'll do 2 o'clock, like so. PM again. And then when you're ready to put your child to bed, press the enter key on the star flashing mode, and that will set Ollie to sleep. So that you would do this in the evening, of course, and then Ollie goes to sleep, goes into blue mode. And over the course of the night, you'll see these, if you watched it, these would count down. So 2 o'clock, of course, is our pretend wake-up time. So these are happening quite quickly because we've only given ourselves a minute. But usually these would take, a matter of hours before they would extinguish. And when that's done, our 2 PM wake-up time, Ollie wakes up. And then when your child sees their nice orange glow, they know it's time to wake up as well. So you get a bit of animation there as well. And then it reverts to showing the time again. And that's how it will stay. So if you wanted to have a nap mode during the day, you want to be in the sun mode. So it's exactly the same procedure. Let's just scroll down to the settings, scroll down to the sun, press enter. This is our nap. So we're going to have our pretend wake up time of 2:03 PM. And then make sure that when you're going for nap, you choose the nap, because you don't want the sun. That would only you don't want the star, because that would wake up, of course, in the morning. So you want sun, which is your nap. Press enter, and again, Ollie will go to sleep. There's your small animation. And then this will count down to our nap wake-up time. So this is going to give us 2 minutes now because we set a bit longer. And these, as you can see what they're doing, they're taking a bit longer to extinguish. So we'll fast forward this and then you'll be able to see the wake-up time. Right, we're nearly there. So this is our nap wake-up time at 2:03. And during the course of the night, if your child notices these counting down as well, they might get used to the fact that, oh, I've only got a heart and a star left, or just a star left. So it's getting close to wake-up time. So that's quite good as well. 2:03, time to wake up. And there's our animation to wake up. And then your child can wake up and come screaming over to you and wake you up as well. So the important thing is really to remember that you're setting the 2 times, either star for normal wake-up time after night time, or the nap time. All you're doing is setting wake-up times. And then when you're ready, choose whichever option and then press enter to have that nap or that sleep. And then it will wake up at the time you've chosen. So that's really it. Just to recap, scroll down to settings. There's our settings. Go into your clock by pressing enter. Choose the correct time. So you've got hour, minutes, and AM or PM. On or off is the digital clock. You probably always want that on, really. It's quite useful to have. When everything's flashing, you can scroll down to set the night wake up, a nap wake up. This is our alarm. So again, you'd go in here and just like a watch, you would set a wake up time or an alarm time. So that could be quite useful. And at the end there, we've just got an option to say disable or enable the alarm. And then finally, we've got our brightness. So choosing the bulb icon, and then we've got 10 levels of brightness. So no backlight virtually at all there, and it just scrolls up to 10 to make it brighter. Default was 10. You've also got a demo mode if you want to see that by pressing up for 3 seconds or so. So I think that's about it. That's our demo mode. And that beep you heard is what the alarm sounds like as well. I can set the alarm and we can see that. Yep, there we go. We want it on. Right, well, let's see what the alarm sounds like at 2:10. So that's what that sounds like. Can't adjust the volume, but yeah, there we go. And then press any key to cancel. That's the alarm. But what we need to do next is just to see how long the battery lasts, or the internal kind of memory, to see how long it keeps the time. So I'll do a test on that one. So just to demonstrate the issue with the pulling the battery out, if we unplug at 2:04, come back in a couple of minutes, and then we'll see what it says. I presume it'll still be 2:04, and that's a weird thing about this. Okay, if you left it, at least a minute or so, let's have a look at the time. Yeah, still at 2:04, and we're now 2:06. So the time seems to freeze, which is a bit of a strange option, really. So it means you'll have to go into the options again, scrolling down, enter into time, and then catch up your 2 or 3 minutes or whatever it's taken. There we go, PM. So a bit of a strange one, but if you know that, at least you can reset it. So that is it, really. That's how it works. So you can put it into nighttime, and the icons will change and count down, and eventually when it's wake up time, it'll go into the yellow mode to wake up.